please.
Thank you, Chairman. So the motion 3 is basically that we have set up a cross-party working group to develop a costed 5-year cycling plan. And motion 4 asks that we allocate a minimum of 5% of each year's integrated transport block to cycling. Just to talk to that, I feel like I really shouldn't need to be standing here, because this is something that we have all said we want to achieve. It's in both the Conservative and Labour Party manifestos to build cycling networks in Suffolk. We say we have ambitions to be the greenest and most active county, and cycling will help with both. We have a cycling strategy that rehearses all the many benefits of cycling. But as the saying goes, a goal without a plan is just a wish. And the reality is, not only do we not have a plan, we don't even have clearly defined goals. And there is no commitment in the strategy to spending any money at all. Now, the opportunities to bid for funding cycling infrastructure from government, from the LEP, and from developers are like rainfall. They're sporadic and unpredictable. If you want to catch rain, you don't rush outside with a bucket every time it clouds over. You invest in some good guttering and a water butt. So it's there all the time, ready to catch the drops when they fall. And you spend a little each year maintaining your rain goods. That's what motion 4 is about, ensuring we have the bare minimum to clean out the gutters every year and collect the rain. Motion 3 is about buying a water bucket, like developing a costed plan that will allow us to collect money from other sources. And we split the two, by the way, purely because we wouldn't want both proposals chucked out if the Conservative majority decided to only favour one. But my feeling is that in reality you can't have one without the other. Both are vital. Now this 5% figure in motion 1, motion 4, how much are we actually talking about? Well, it's peanuts. The annual integrated transport block is £3.2 million a year. 5% of that is just £160,000. Actually, in the past financial year, we've done the sums with the Office of Health. We spent roughly 10% from our own integrated transport block on cycling projects. So we're asking for a commitment to less than we're already actually spending. But the point is, unless we provide certainty of funding into the future, we will never be able to employ staff, to plan and to bid for funding from elsewhere as and when it becomes available. So unless we guarantee a certain amount of cycle infrastructure spending each year, 1 year's money can all be blown on a sudden need to match fund the latest LEP project. So all the plans go out the window for cycling infrastructure. We have just one officer dedicated to cycling here in Suffolk. By contrast, Norfolk County Council has a whole team. And there's a real interesting tale of two counties here. While Suffolk has drifted, Norfolk has a 64-page long cycling and walking strategy with quantified targets, including quadrupling the level of cycling and walking to work in market towns by 2021, and increasing the spend on cycling and walking to £10 per head per year. Now, again, we've done the sums here. Last year we spent, in total from other sources as well, just £1.46 per head a year. And the difference shows in bid success. Suffolk and Ipswich were eligible for 6 cycling and walking grants offered by the DFT since 2011. We've not won a single one. But Suffolk won 4 of them. Norfolk and Norwich has won 4, and they totalled over £13 million. The latest we missed was just this January. Now, Sustrans fears that Suffolk will miss out again in the next round. There's another DFT one coming up, asking for bids for support for drawing up a cycling and walking plan. Sustrans approached the County Council just a few months ago, several times, and offered to help him draw up this plan so we can bid for this money. But this offer has not been taken up. I can only speculate this is because we don't even have the officer time to collaborate with people who are offering free help. And that's just DFT funding. We'll also be missing millions from LEP funds and from developer SIL contributions by not having a clear route map of the cycle routes we want. Cheshire East, which recently committed 8.5% of its annual transport fund to cycling, told us vague bids will not be successful. Better to have a clear investment plan within the cycling strategy in order to grab your funding opportunities as and when they arise. In other words, Suffolk badly needs a plan and to put its money where its mouth is. So these two motions will allow us to show that commitment. Please support them both.